And so that's key as well. Money does motivate.
Yeah. Actually, so how I actually found out about Tim, I actually went to see a short-term rental one time in the Outer Banks, and I met one of his agents, and one of his agents actually spoke very highly of you too. So that says a lot. And most agents don't really talk that highly about their brokerages either. So that says a lot. So, but I guess to kind of shift everything a little bit, I know now everything's changing so much with technology and software. What exactly are y'all using software-wise to help maximize your business?
Yeah, I would say I'm a big I am an industrial engineer by trade, so like my MO has always been to make things as efficient as possible, no matter what it is I'm doing, to try to, at the end of the day, save time. Because I got into real estate investing not to create another job for myself, but rather to create a source of monthly cash flow that would replace my W-2. And with that, automating as many processes, not only from an efficiency standpoint, but also to maximize profitability is what I've heavily focused on over the last 5 years. The main two things that I utilize in order to do that is PriceLab's dynamic pricing tool, which I use for all of my properties that I self-manage, that I own, and that I teach people and kind of help them launch their first property. So PriceLabs is a massive tool for pricing to maximize profitability that Tim was talking about earlier. And then from a messaging standpoint and automating a significant amount of the interactions that I have with guests, I use a software called Hospitable. So that's a great tool to automate a significant amount of the communication that goes back and forth with guests. That also helps me communicate new bookings with cleaners and things of that nature. Another thing that my cleaners use in a couple markets to help them, and Tim, I don't, you guys have most of your stuff in-house, so you may not use this, but most of my cleaners use a website called Resort Cleaning. And Resort Cleaning, essentially owners can go in and sync their calendars to their portal or whatever, and then my cleaners are able to see when they have different bookings. So that's kind of the high level. That's kind of the tech stack that I currently use.
I've heard and know about all of those companies. They're really good. There's some options out there, particularly for the smaller investor that maybe listening to the podcast, maybe only has one or two properties. I have a whole tech stack, so I kind of go above and beyond. I have to have a property management software. I manage 400 properties, so I've got to have it. I look at it right. I look at my dashboards. I can look at all the calendars. I can see, what the booking pace looks like. I do have a dynamic pricing tool within that. The software I use is called Streamline. It's out there in Arizona, where you are right now, Travis. Those folks do a great job for me. But we have a number of other softwares that have to fit in the whole chain here. We have electronic locks, of course. So I've got software for that, and I can go and read the locks and tell you the last 1,000 people to open the door. We've got an operation software that goes back to the housekeeping function, whether it's a dry cleaner or an employee. They have an app and tells them where they need to clean and when they've been in the house and when they're finished, and I know it's ready for inspection and that sort of thing. It's also a communications device with the guests, as you mentioned. We've amped up a couple other things on software this year as well. Just kind of subsidiaries, almost like the octopus. You got all these arms out here to try to get your hands around what's going on. We started using a software this year called Noise Aware, which has been really cool because you can't be there all the time, and it's a device that measures decibels. It doesn't measure voice.
Oh yeah, I've heard that.
But when the decibels get up to a certain level, there's something going on in that house. And it will text the guest the first 2 times saying, "Hey, you need to pipe down." Most times that works. But the third time, the property manager, a phone call says, "You have a problem at property 1, 2, 3. They're being too loud." And so we've had some interesting conversations there where people say, "Well, we're just playing cards."
Yeah.
But looking at the data, back to the PriceLabs, those guys are super smart. You got to have something that tells you what you're doing versus what the market's doing. no matter the size of your company. So kudos to you on that, Travis. That's good stuff.
So I know Airbnb, when you list with them, they have their own pricing. What's the difference profitability wise using Airbnb's software compared to like Price Labs and I think what is it, Streamline?
Streamline's what I have. Okay. Yeah, my dynamic pricing is called RevMax.
RevMax, okay.
You want to take that first, Travis?
Yeah, so I don't know because I've never used it because it sucks, in my opinion. So I'm not. I don't know. Transparently, like I have no idea if it's good or bad. All I know is that with Price Labs, which is what I use, there's a lot of additional functionality on top of whatever Airbnb is showing smart pricing is, that you have the ability to do to further optimize and maximize total profit and gross income potential. So from my standpoint, I don't even touch or look at smart pricing, as they call it, because I would rather pay, I think I pay $15 a month or something like that per listing on Price Labs to be able to generate 10, 15, 20% additional revenue. So I can't say like this is how much better it is because I just don't use it. So I'm not sure.
Yeah. I think what I heard you say and what I believe is that I just don't trust it.
Yeah.
That's yes.
It's telling me that. I mean, this is not real world, and that's what you got to do. You can't put it on automatic pilot. You gotta check in every now and then. You can't be in the backseat of the Tesla, as they say. Hands on the wheel, making sure. And so we've actually, with the software we have, we can make these groups. And so I'm certainly interested in what the competitors are doing. As I mentioned earlier, we track our competitors. I know where I am in the marketplace in any given area. But I'm also interested in where this house is versus other houses in my own program. And that creates demand as well because, quite frankly, 70% of my bookings are done on my website. And another 25% are done over the phone. OTAs, all of them combined, TripAdvisor, Airbnb, Vrbo, account for less than 10% of my business.
Oh, wow. Huh. So I guess the second thing you said, you're talking about the tech software. Do you, I guess, like pre-program responses based on certain things they say? Is that kind of how that works?
From that standpoint, you certainly can do that. And we do have some automated messages. We have an automated message that goes out like the night before checkout. It says, hey, just a reminder, please text the word checkout when you leave so we know you're gone. It also keys a message to the cleaner that says the house is now ready and it's dirty. We can put trash reminders out. Don't forget Thursday morning, those kinds of things. Or there's a big event like in this area, hurricane evacuation. We can do that. But we do have 3 staff members who are pretty much on that from 8 a.m. till 9 p.m.
Interesting.
Directing, individually talking to people. We get a lot of work orders through the chat too, which is interesting. People don't want to call anymore. They'll text you.
But so it's funny. We talk about like software and technology. I think like the future of AI is going crazy because I noticed that one wholesaler, he actually like AI's everything. Like if the person texts this response, he uses the AI like what's your potential responses and has like before he even like goes into the conversation, he's almost at the closing. So I was talking to Travis. I don't know if you've heard. Have you heard of Chat GPT, Tim?
You mentioned it to me the other day.
Yeah.
I'm really finding out a lot about it. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, because I guess Travis mentioned on Instagram, he was like, what should I put on my Instagram bio? I was like, just put in the Chat GPT and tell exactly what to do, see what it does. So I think it's crazy. But so
I still think people like a human interaction, though. People are out there listening to us or whatever. You can set up a lot of automated stuff or whatever, but I tend to find there's a little mistrust of the public about, am I really talking to somebody at this location or am I talking to somebody in India right now? Or,
yeah, probably.
Property before. And so don't go overboard on this stuff. You still have to be able to, like I say, put your hands on the wheel.
Because they can do automated.
I think it's.
Go ahead.
Yeah, I think it's really important, Tim, exactly what you're saying, to like a lot of people will want to talk to somebody and will have one-off questions or want to call you on the phone to ask questions or whatever, which you 100% need to be there for and make it a personalized experience. The other thing that I found through the automation specifically to try to make it as personalized as possible is a lot of these softwares, especially for the messaging specifically, you always want to address somebody by their first name. And that helps them think. In even the automation helps them think that this is a personalized thing that like somebody like is reaching out. So I think for the automated stuff, I found you want to personalize messages to somebody's first name to try to make it personal. And then you will, like Tim was saying, have the people that want to get on the phone or text or whatever to understand that like, hey, I'm talking to somebody real.
Interesting. So we talked about software. I guess the next one big thing I always love doing is I feel like the process. Like I try to make everything like almost like crazy simple, like write absolutely every single process out. What is y'all's process, and how do y'all usually like take me through a schedule, like setting up your Airbnb and scheduling your process? You just like write down every single process, or?
Yeah, Tim, I'm interested because of how many people you have in properties. I'm interested to hear this.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, so I hired a director of operations a couple of years ago, and he has some real skills on this, the whole process thing. He used to manage like production plants of, plastics or tires or what,